So I recently buy this oscilloscope, FNIRSI. This is the correct naming, how to pronounce it. FNIRSI. FNIRSI 1014D model. And all this movie is about catching and freezing a single signal pulse. That's it. That's all it is about. And I did a test here with a single button. You see a LED put to positive rail there. You see it there, positive. Then a resistor on this line, and then this link to this button, and from the other end of the button is going to the negative rail. Pretty much that's it. And the probe in the middle. And this is one single shot that I struggle to catch it like this, very distorted. The idea is that a bouncing signal from the button. And I quite struggle to catch it because it's not actually catching it every time. So now if I'm pressing it again, you will see it change it there. So let me, you see, I have to be either quick, 10 seconds. Yeah, probably like this. Okay. Now it's bouncing. This is a clear bounce. And you see it's two bounces, one near the other. It's a very short one, like a spike, very, very close to it. This larger one here, and another tiny bit is two of them. And this is very, very random when it's happening like this, very random, and I cannot control it. It's because the bouncing of the button. The idea is to switch, and to catch this signal, I have to do quite some trick. It is having a book. Here it is, the book of this oscilloscope. And inside it, the book is saying about the buttons and the function of each buttons very well. But this is a little bit of problem that is not mentioned in the book itself. Or probably it is mentioned, but very, very weird mentioning. And I couldn't get it from the first reading. And yeah, I have to do a movie about it. Because this is a very bad design, what I discovered here. So, first of all, I have to set the mode to normal, and this is the mode button here, and this is showing me where I am right now. I am in normal mode, and it's having three modes. It's having auto mode, single mode, and this normal mode, which is the final one, the third one. And make instructions of this here. First of all, if there is a trigger level on top of the line, not underline, this is the trigger level here, this little guy, and is from here. So if it's under the line, under this bottom line, when I'm pressing the button, you see, the LED is lighting up, but nothing is happening there. But when I'm moving it up, when I'm pressing the button, it is starting to change, you see? Okay, so this is the trigger level. How do I know its correct naming? It says there trigger, and there is level. And this is the knob for it. So that's the trigger level. Okay, and then this thing I had to do a ton of tests until I figure it out. So basically I will read it first, and then I will show it on the device. Switch the V, not the voltage, but the V axis, vertical axis, to 5 volts on auto, then switch to normal. Now lower down to 1 volts and 5 millivolts, or basically doesn't matter the value here, to be under this value that I set it up in the beginning. It will catch and freeze when I'm lowering down. Okay, when I'm lowering down, it will catch and freeze. Higher or equal to 5 volts will not catch and freeze, and that's a very, very buggy. This is a bug. This is a very bad design, very, very bad design. And yeah, I don't like it at all, and I have to make a movie about it and let people know, because probably not many of you guys notice these little details, probably, or you have these functions and you actually never use it because of this little shitty setup that I'm experiencing here. So let me actually show you here on the device. So I will switch the mode now to auto. You see it here, it switched to auto. It was normal and now it's auto when I press this button. And now when I'm pressing the button here, it's not catching anything. Okay, it's on auto mode. Here is set to 500 millivolts, but it's not good. I have to set it to 5 volts, I said. And this is the vertical. You see, it says there vertical area, and I will switch to 5 volts, like I said, to 5 volts there. And when I'm pressing, it will be a very, very short. You see, very little height. Okay, and now I will switch the mode, and pay attention there and here when I'm pressing the button right now. Back, it's changed to single, and when I'm pressing again, it changed to normal. And this is the actual mode that I wanted. And now when I'm pressing, also nothing happens. You see, it's still like the auto. It's not catching it, not freezing, not catching and freezing. But if I'm lowering the voltage, and you will pay attention there. So now when I switch it to something under 5 volts, now when I'm pressing this button, it catch and freeze the signal. And now when I'm changing it to more, to 500 millivolts, you see, when I'm pressing here, it will display a zoomed in signal, and also more details pretty much of the bouncing of the button, you see, and how fast I'm pressing here. It will limit the length of the signal. So if I'm doing it very quickly like this, it will show very quick. notice that is very rectangular right now. It's very, very sharp corners and it's perfect. But not every time. It's randomly adding some bouncings from time to time. I don't know when and how, but it is. If I'm doing it many times, probably, until I will catch something. No, it doesn't want to. But I'm moving the button, something like that, probably. Yeah, like this, perfect. So I had to move the pins of the button to actually get this result, which is fucked up. And not every time it's randomly, it appears randomly, so it's not good. So this is the setup you have to do. And also another point is this thing here on 10x. So right now what I'm having here is 1x, is here, and there's at how to explain this, at certain values is starting to work, and these values that I have a note here is when this marker, green marker, appears and this other marker appears. When they are disappearing, this freeze, catch and freeze, is not working anymore again. So this is a secondary bug. You have to pay attention to it, to these two markers. If these two markers are disappearing, let's see, like this, and it's 2.5, it shouldn't catch anything right now. It doesn't even work. And like this, no. And also this milliseconds, which this timing, which is from this knob here, that represents the horizontal, you see, horizontal value. And if I'm switching it, I believe like this, when I'm seeing it, this stars here and also here, or either of them, one here numbers or here and there numbers, if I'm getting this value, is not catching it anymore. You see, when I'm pressing the button, it's not catching shit. Or now it did catch it a little bit for some reason, I don't know. This button slow and fast, it says they're fast, and if I'm pressing this button for slow, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help with anything. You see, if I'm pressing it from here, yeah, it's erroneous. It doesn't matter. So I have to get that to 10 milliseconds there, like this, 10 milliseconds. I change it to, and now it's centered. Actually, it's not centered, but is on the markings. You see, on these markings of this horizontal markings here is aligned with it. So 5 milliseconds, 20 milliseconds. Let's see. Now it's not catching it. You see, but the marker is no more. You see, the marker is both of the markers disappeared, and it's not catching the signal at all. No, it did catch it by mistake there. Probably the marker is out of the screen, either in this direction or this direction. That's why it's not showing. But the idea is that you cannot see the this catch and freeze the single pulse. It's a bit funky. It's a bit funky. So you have to see those markers. That's my point. To see those markers, you have to switch from this. And my target is 10 milliseconds there. And as you can see, right now it's 10 milliseconds, but the markers are not showing. Yeah, it's not updating probably. Another problem, very, very big problem I find, now I move it there, my mistake. Another big problem is that when it's swiping the signal until it reaches the end of the screen, then it's updating every value that is having everywhere. So you have to wait until, especially in auto mode, and that's very, very bad design as well, from my perspective, from my point of view. But this is my my observations so far. So you have to pay attention to these fucking markers to be on the screen, not outside the screen, pretty much. If you change the timing for the horizontal here, if you change the timing too much, you have to kind of put in equilibrium, this to be somewhere in the middle. I don't, in the middle meaning to be on the screen. Don't ask me how to do it. You have to tweak it until you get it. And then the trick with higher, like here, with higher voltage, to read what is displaying there, and then to lower it down, and then you will catch it. Yes, probably I talked too much about this. I'm very sure you understood the situation, the problem, and I hope this will help anybody else. And I believe it might be this device problem only, and other FNIRSI devices do not have this problem that I'm having it right now exposed. But if it's the entire brand like this, it's very bad design. Although I like very much the design of the case, but the design of the software that is inside, or probably the hardware that is inside, plus software, is a little bit fucked up. I don't like it. I wish it was a bit more responsive than it is right now. It is responsive, but nah, it could be improved way better than it is right now. All right, that's it for this part. Thank you very much. See you later. I hope you like it, and leave a like.